This bookstore really shouldn't exist. Myriad bookstores across the land have lost the fight against Amazon. And it's not because they're poor operators, it's because the economics don't sustain a bookstore in this market. And so it's been quite miraculous for us to exist at all. So left to its own devices, the market will give us what we want, not necessarily what we need. What that system is going to do in the world of book publishing is that it provides really strong incentives for the writers to write what our itching ears long to hear. So in contrast, what we're trying to do here at the bookstore is to start instead with an assessment of the quality of the content first, to look at the book and see, is this biblically rich? Is this theologically robust? Is this pastorally relevant? Will it be useful in ministry? To make the quality assessment first, and then to employ the tools of marketing and logistics and sales promotion in service of getting that product out to as many people as possible.
We believe the reason that not just the bookstore is here, but the reason the world still is here is for the sake of the church. He has set up shepherds to watch over them, and we're trying to be a voice for those pastors, to enable them to better minister to their people, to guide what they're reading. We think that's a high calling. That's one that we take very seriously.
We honestly believe that we are serving our brothers and sisters in Christ. In a sense, if they're family, then we need to look after their interests every bit as much as our own. One of the core aspects of our selection process is a very high regard for the endorsements of a given book. If David Powelson tells me that this is the best book on marriage, then I want the whole world to know that this is the best book on marriage that exists. And then we marry the careful, thoughtful reading of endorsements with our own internal reading. And when those two come together, that's when we employ our maximum firepower to use everything at our disposal to try to get that book in front of the church. One of the things that we strive to do at the bookstore is to think about the second most important commandment, which is love your neighbor as yourself. And we think about how can we drive that commandment into every nook and cranny of what we do, whether it be customer service, whether it be in packaging. What does it look like to actually care about our brothers and sisters' interests as much as we would care for our own?
It was an extremely busy day. It didn't look like we were going to get all the packages out. It was all hands on deck, and we noticed that somebody was ordering a bunch of books about cancer. The leadership of the bookstore basically shut things down, and we stopped what we were doing, and we prayed for probably 4 or 5 minutes that I didn't think we had. And that was very jarring to me, that this is a different place. This isn't your average bookstore. We want to spend and be spent for something that's bigger than ourselves. It's clear every day and every week that what is motivating us is to glorify Christ and to serve His people. It's clearly about ministry.
We consistently pray that the Lord would keep us open for as long as we're useful, and that He would shut us down the instant that we're not. And that, I think, is a prayer that we hope shapes us. That we don't fight for survival, we fight for service. And for as long as we can serve, then we seek to. But if the Lord closes us down tomorrow, it would have been worth it.